G'day YouTube, my name's Lance and welcome to Bundy Bear's Shed. Here's the famous Kelly dog. She's helping me today. She's always helping me, but anyway, it's just where we have the camera today. Yeah, just just next to her chair. The weather report today in Bundaberg is, look, it's a little bit overcast, but we do have sun coming through, and we've just had the shortest day of the year 2 days ago. It's Monday now, and I think it was Saturday, the 22nd of June, 22nd or 23rd, and so now we're looking forward to the days getting a little bit longer. The days being longer seems to always give you a bit more energy. Yeah, as the days shorten up, I'm not real flash with that, but we've had a couple of 7, 8, 9 degree mornings, which is a little bit chilly for us in Bundaberg here, but the days are mid-20s, something like that. So look, it's not bad weather to get a bit done after our camping last weekend and things like that. I haven't been getting much done in the shed here, so this weekend we've kicked in a little bit and we're having a bit of a go. So on the 1356 speed, I'll just take you for a walk over there a bit later, and the 1356 speed is well underway. I've got the final drive housings on now with the diff in. I went to put the diff in and just checked the bolts around to hold the crown wheel on, and they were all loose. So I've done a little video on tightening those up over the weekend and popping the hip on, things like that. So we're starting to go together with the 135, so depending on how I can juggle everything to how it all works. I did a video on Saturday morning of a little bit of an introduction to the 135 multi-power. Now the multi-power, I've been fiddling with it and I've done quite a bit in the background that I haven't filmed, and so we're going to have a look at that, and with doing that, well I've just sort of put an overview of the project there. So a couple of times I've thought, oh, I should pull the tank off and do the tappets, but I'm thinking, oh, I haven't done an introduction yet, so I don't want to do the introduction. I didn't want to start putting content out on that job and not have the introduction done. So I've done that. The introduction's done. I've gone for a walk around, so the multi-power series will start to come along, because we have a few tractor runs coming up, and I'd like to get that tractor done for it. So I've got, like every bloody decent fella, I've got a few projects on the go. Got me helper here. She doesn't help buddy much, but anyway, she tells me if there's a kangaroo there and keeps the kangaroos off the paddock, and that saves me a big job. But so yeah, look, juggling with all the stuff that we got going on, it's always a bit of a juggle and a fiddle, but that's life, isn't it? I live a busy life and I like it like that. So I've never been one person to sit in front of the TV and say, shit, I'm bored. But anyway, we'll see. I'm over near the John Deere here and the 1640, and I've got it so I can take it for a drive, and I've got the loader frame bolted on loosely, and the loader frame mounts bolted on loosely, and I'm at the stage now where I'm just working out the front of the shed here, and I'm working out the front in the gravel, in the sun. It's not too hot to be out there this time of year, but I decided to do it out the front there, so I'm not grinding, and I'm trying to put tractors together over one end here, and I'm grinding and welding and all that, so I can close the door over a bit and grind and weld, get all the stuff out the front, leave it outside, keep all the shit out there. And so we're working away on that, and I only started that Saturday afternoon. Yesterday was Sunday, today's Monday. Sunday we went to the markets. Yeah, Jude and I just went to the markets to have a bit of a look and buy a bit of fresh fruit and veg, and you know, I don't normally go to the markets, but I've been trying to stay a bit healthy and buy good food, good local produce, so thought, bugger it, I'll go for a bit of a drive there and have a look. It's it's interesting. We bought some nice stuff, and there's a Mob Triple S strawberries in Bundaberg, and geez, they have lovely strawberries, and you know they're like this bloody round, you know, they're half an apple in a strawberry, and geez, I was hooking into them yesterday, and but anyway, we did a shop, and granddaughter Erie, she passed her first stage, or the stage 1 of gymnastics for Littlies, so she's just in prep at school, and so yeah, we went and watched her do the Mickey flips and the jumps and the swing on the bars and all that, so she's got all ticked off with that, so it's like the end of their little semester, and school holidays coming up, and then I think next semester they get back into it. That's if I've got that right. I was probably talking instead of listening, but anyway, but with the John Deere here, with everything else going on, all my jobs stalled a little bit, but that's fine. That's what happens when you have 50 of them. And so out the front there, I'll take you for a walk out the front, and on the stew today, I'll show you what I've done, and then as the day progresses, I'll show you the extra little pieces that we've got into. The loader frame's not a big name brand loader frame. It's it appears to me to be made at some small engineering works somewhere, and it leaves a lot to be desired. But in saying that, when you've got a 60-70 horsepower four-wheel drive tractor here, with the four-wheel drive, an old farmer used to have this, and he used to just pick up a bit of feed for his cows and muck around, but the fellas I bought it off, the second owners, they did quite a bit of development work around their property with it, and look, from the stress cracks and all that in the loader frame, I'm pretty sure they would have been pushing along and then they've been turning, and so the side stress on this loader would have been huge. And so I've got the loader frame, like I say, parked out the front there, but it has got stress cracks along, and there's a couple of little bits of angle where someone's done a bodge repair on it. I'm going to leave them there, but on the top of the loader frame there's a stress crack right along on both sides, so I've actually V'd that out on one side already, and I've put a bit of 1/4 inch by 3 inch plate. I think in America you say the width first, don't you? Like we have a 4x2 over here, which is 4 inches wide, 2 inches thick bit of wood, but you have 2x4 over there, I believe. So I think we got it right. You blokes need to get your act together. But but look, I've cleaned it all out. I've ground it all down. I've got the cut-off wheel and I've ground into the cracks and welded them. Then sanded it down so I can get a reasonable weld going. And I haven't bought any MIG gas. I'm using the MIG as a stick welder. It has that function on it, and I'm just blasting away with some sticks out there. And look, I'm quite enjoying myself actually doing it. So where we're going to laminate the plate on, I'll take you there shortly and show you that. Then where the main piece of plate goes that the rams push on, well, I've got it tacked on the side, but the piece coming across the front, it's not tacked onto there at all. And so I've got a piece of angle iron. It's rolled angle iron or bent angle iron, not the drawn one. And the advantage of that is it's got a rolled edge at the back, so I can actually V it all out, lay a couple of welds in behind, sit that piece of angle iron in, and get a couple of nice strong welds and fix the. Just strengthen it up a little bit. So I'm not the world's best welder, but I can get by. Yeah, I made all my own slashes and things like that. And look, it's not too bad. The welding I did Saturday, because it's out in the front there, before I went home on Saturday afternoon, I just got a bit of rattle can red oxide primer and run across everything to stop the rust getting in and under and round. And I've just been out and taken some of that off. But look, we'll set up today for the stew, and I'll take you for a quick walk over to the 135, just show you what I've done there. I'll show you what I've done on the loader frame so far, And then through the day I'll just do a couple of little clips on what I've been up to, and we'll go from there. This one here, well, I don't know. She seems to think she's a foreman. Female, so you know, they're always the boss. Oh God, I'm going to pay for that. Okay. Last week I mentioned stickers. That's the new stickers. Bloody beautiful. They come up really well. I'm quite pleased with that. If you're not on the YouTube Machinist site on Facebook, get on it. Emma Ritson and John Creasy are the admins, and it's just a good little machining site. I've sent some to John the other day, so they have a competition where whoever's put the best machining photo for the week up gets a little bundle of stickers. So we sent John a few. I sent some to Max Grant over Swan Valley Machine Shop over West Australia. Now I haven't had a chance, Max, to have a watch on your on the announcement of your win on Emma's machine shop yet. I just haven't had a night where I'm sitting watching YouTube. Haven't had a chance, but I believe Max did really well. So good on you, Max. Yeah, good to see an Aussie bloody getting in there and having a bit of a scratch. But yeah, that job you did, that was nice. I watched all of that, and that was you're a smart bugger. Hey, bloody good looking like me with them whiskers, and smart too. So hey, us Aussie blokes, how do we do it, eh? Alright, look, enough bullshit out of me for the day. I'll take you for a bit of a walk. I'll just show you the 135 what we're up to, but I'm not going to do any more on that this weekend. I'm going to head out and we're going to try and get this loader frame sorted. Some of the pipes on the plumbing were all dinged up and rooted, so I've got some new hydraulic hose here. It's got I'm going to use the reusable ends, not the crimp ends. I don't have the crimper, but I can certainly use the skive. Actually, I think they're non-skive ends, but when we get to doing that, that'll be a few weeks away yet, but at the moment we'll just strengthen this loader frame. I'll run around what I'm doing there. So stay tuned, we'll go for a bit of a walk. Right, this is the 135 6-speed project. If you have a look in there, you can see the diff's in, the crown wheel and pinion is in, and we've got the housings nicely cleaned up, and we'll progress with that very soon. We're going to keep the microphone out of the way. We've got to put a PDO shaft in and hydraulic pump and all that. So the next stage of that job is we have a hydraulic pump there in that white box to put in, and the next stage I'll probably do is set the rear axles up, but to do that I have to clean all the brake plates and get all that organised. So the 135 6-speed has progressed, the housings are looking good, and yeah, look, we'll get to that when we get a minute. I just thought I'd keep this John Deere project going as well. Well, look, here we are outside with the loader, and this plate here I've already put in. Now I've still got to cut out cracks here, and there's a crack right down here. So I'll just bring my viewfinder around, make sure you can see what I'm talking about. Yes, you can. And so the idea is I've got to grind all this rubbish here where someone's welded it. We're going to V this out and weld in here, and we're using this angle iron with a rolled edge here that I've just cut. And once we get that all ground off and welded in nicely, we're going to lay that in there. Now this piece here is the loader frame, this piece here is the mount for both rams. So what we're going to do with all this is, once we've got a good weld in here and laid a couple of nice runs in, we're going to weld along the top, underneath, in here, and down underneath there, and probably attack either side here, but not a full weld. And what that will do, that will, instead of relying on this little piece here, which is just this channel or this box section here, we'll actually spread a load. The strongest part should be along the corner here. So we're going to spread the load here, and instead of this just being welded on there with a bit of chook shit in here, we're going to bring this back to this plate where the rams go, so we'll pop that in there. So what I did here, I started back here and we started laying a few welds in, and there's probably 4 welds running through here. We started back there, then we come in and we just overlaid welds, so we've got a good body of material there. Out the front here, this piece around there, I'll take you over the other side, that was already done. Now I'll go handheld for a second. And this flat piece of plate that I've laid in on the top there, I've brought that up inside where the pins go, and the ram sits out here. Yeah, the ram sits out here for pushing the bucket. So I've taken that up so I can tie that in with this main frame here as well, and blasted a few welds in on the corner. This piece here was the original. So there's half the plumbing I've cut out of the job so far. We're not being fussy with that. So on this other side here, that was a repair someone's done one time, and that's just a piece of box section through there. So we're going to lay this bit of 1/4 inch by 3 inch, 3 inch by 1/4 in there. I'll grind it here and we'll tidy all this up so it butts onto this piece nicely. Then up the back end here, we'll drop a couple of welds in here. We'll tidy that up with the wire brush, run a couple of welds in here to build it up level, and then we'll drop this plate in and we'll run a couple of welds there. I do have room. I've checked, I've got plenty of room to run the to bring the cylinder in. So when we come around here, you can see the white marks there. There's a little crack in through here. Then I've highlighted some of the little cracks along there. Now look at that weld. They've done a few repairs along here, so what I'll do once more, I'll grind a lot of this out, then I'll start laying fillets in here, and I'll build that right back up to the top, and then I'll lay the plate in and try and tie the plate in with it all. I'm not sure, I wouldn't mind betting there's a bit of a crack in through here, but look, I'll deal with that as I come to it. Then once again in this corner here, we'll lay something in there to strengthen that up. But I think it's the local engineering works has made this, and not local here. I got it from Gympie, which is a few hours south of us here. So I don't know who made it. There's no stickers or signs on it or anything. So I've just got it out the front of Bundy Bear's shed here, and we're just going to muck around with this today. And as the day goes on, I'll that's where I laid the welds in, and I painted that, but then this morning I've got to get all in around here and all that, so I've just buffed that off with the wire brush just to check everything looks good, and we'll tie that in. And this evening we'll prime it again, or if we get a bit of bad weather we'll prime it again, and I'm pretty sure this is going to get a bit of John Deere green all over it. I think Harold suggested that months ago now, so we'll see how we go. So yeah, I'm out the front here in Bundy Bear's shed, and yeah, look, it's a nice day. So we'll continue on, and I'll just keep you informed as the day goes on. Right, you can hear the welder in the background cooling down, but I've run a couple more beads in there. Got a little bit of chook shit here. I might try and burn that out. I've run welds I've come in across or through this corner here, and I brought welds along. My vertical ups are a bit crappy, very crappy, but well, I've got everything laid down, it's okay. It probably needs a bit of a clean up here yet, so I may even run another run down through here yet. There's room for it, and that might do this side. I'll tip him upside down later and do under here. Yeah, I may as well do good welds as shitty ones. Alright, we'll keep on chugging. Okay, I'm going to call this side done for the moment. That's going to be alright. I've just sanded the edge here, nothing more really. They're just the undercuts of the weld, that's fine. And then down in through there. So look, that'll do this side till I can turn it over. I'll hop over here and see what sort of mess I can make of that. Well, here's the left hand side finished. I actually run a weld across this join there. On the other side there, it had a little crack in it, so we run that through. I've laid in a heap of welds across the top there. Doesn't look real flash, but that is strong. And at the moment, all I have to do is come in and put the angle in through the back there and try and stay in focus. So we'll come around and we're all buttoned up there as well. So we're nearly ready. Pop a bit of, I've got to put that little bit of angle inside, same as I have on the other side there. And I'll pop a bit of red oxide over this just to stop it corroding a little bit. And we'll turn it upside down and I'll see if I can get a good weld in underneath those bits of angle with it upside down. There you go, that's it for this weekend. I'll just come around the end here. That's beefed up that loader frame no end. So it shouldn't be cracking anymore, or if it was used normally I don't think it'd crack anyway. But there you go, job done.